welcome to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, where you have been waiting anticipately for what this certain room is that Bayakura have taken us to. Or maybe you have an idea, or maybe you've seen the game before. Why are you here with me then? I mean, I'm very flattered that you like me that much. Yeah, oh, sorry. Like, I actually take a little break between the videos. And I forgot to turn on the controller again, so sure. That's why the buttons doesn't work. Oh, the library? Again? The library. Come on, let's go in. Maybe I should befriend him. I mean, I wanted to befriend him, but I felt like he wouldn't want me as a friend, so therefore I didn't try. But I have a gift for you. I have the golden gun. You like the golden gun, right? I feel like that should work with him, right? He would like gold. He like money. Is the evidence that prove it was the genocide Jack really in the library? Maybe one of her books and there's a secret message if you know the code! Oh! Don't make me say it again. Is it the letter? Nah! There's no point in checking that, we need to find the real clues. Is it something you have checked down here? Oh no, there is no. Okay. Where's the real clues in? I mean, probably behind here where she was hiding, right? But there's nothing there, apparently. How wonderful. Let's talk to you then. Where is this real... is the evidence that proves it was the genocide Jack really in the library?
Make me repeat myself.
No. The desk? We need to check it. What the? Yes! Camera? A surveillance camera. The mastermind must have been watching as Shishiri was killed. I know what's happened and they still forcing us to go through with this. And the monitor, no? This is one of the monitor monochroma appears and I can't think about it right now. Anything different? The lamp? I'm sorry! I tried to check everything! Sorry! Negative. What does a list grab matter right now? These books? They're in the... Need to check. Was that rules? I did see some rules over there before. Oh, I checked the desk before, right? There are nucleus there, we need to check it. Okay, then there should only be this bookcase left. And those... Are you saying it isn't in the library at all? I should leave? On the other side of this door, there's an archive, right? I didn't know that! Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It does make sense once you're inside. I didn't know about this archive. Because I thought it was the way out, because they usually have that also like a door to the way out often. And when I tried to check the library they were like, oh, you done enough for this day, so now you go back to your room. But I wanted to check more. Wow, there's so many books and files. And so much dust too.
So in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. The lamp again! The books. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. You ever sharp eyes indeed to select that file? No, I have ultimate luck! Huh?
that's right.
That's the report of a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose cross eyes you might wind up in for picking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. Oh, really? Can I check these things, like now? There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudge on the dust, it looks like there was something inside. Maybe if I come earlier there actually went, I could have gone and seen it. It looks like some kind of circle. I wonder what it was. There was an extension card plugged in there. It proves very useful in the library. So that's where he got it from! An extension cord, huh? What was she bound with? She was bound with something, her hands. Was it really rope or was it extension cord? Huh, it's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Bakuya using in the library before. But it was in the library also, how can it be? It's at two places at once! Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Yeah, but it was over there also. It's at two places at once! It's dimensional! There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scene. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? Members of the... What's that? I would say members of Illuminati, but who do I know? No, I mean the ones with the real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadow. Illuminati! If you're ready to be disappeared fight, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. Well, I don't think they can do anything to me when I'm in the future in this school that no one can take me from. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I just let it go for now. Why? It's such a big oh, that's just a surveillance camera over there. I guess we need to talk to him. I thought he wanted us to check for evidence in here too, but apparently not. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover the value for yourself. Checked. I checked everything but the surveillance camera here, right? I'm pretty sure about it there. There's even surveillance camera here. I checked everything now. Oh wait. No, apparently there's some blue circle behind him. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing footage from all kind of crime scene. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? Those files there are investigation report related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They are not the kind of thing you expect to leak. Of genocide, maybe? Oh! So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your case problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your conceived reality, you label it as a lie. No, not really, but Mokoto seems to do it. Well, it's not that it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hopix truly wield, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. Because he knows because he's at the top, basically. His family is that secret council, or at least have some connection to it. What do you mean unusual? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine, have revived them multiple times, there's no doubt. Hold on a second, you're saying you read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. As is bigger of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related governments, That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words,
I told you, there's a thing called that controls the world from the shadows. So your family is part of Illuminati. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world, backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials scattered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Bakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. Yeah. The heir to Illuminati. Maybe because of his upbringing, how they described before, he's supposed to become the leader of Illuminati one day. To take over the whole world. I mean, they already having it in the shadow, but in the light also. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was a little. It's excellent meta-analysis since I've seldom more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the genocide case. As he talked, Bakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the genocide case has been compiled in here. Because there's so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every genocide murder. The first characteristic, the one that everyone knows about, bloodlust in blood, is that every crime scene to read bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Yeah. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Shishiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, when the victims are suspended, the only ones who know about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Except you, Bakuya! Only the official and the killer himself know about this act of mounting the victim. Unless they found the file, also. Now, if you recall Shishiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? They also read the file, they are you, Bakuya, or they are the actual murder. That's about 3 possibilities I can come up with. That's the quick question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words,
the culprit is the copycat killer. It's the real genocidiac.
in other words,
That's right. There is the evidence that the genocidiac has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, genocidiac really is such a brutal Finnish killer. Really is walking around among us. Really?
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Nah, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue too.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. So, should I look at it, or are you telling me to talk to you about it? There's a ton of things. Investigation, yeah. Graphic, yeah, you told me. Be careful. So I should talk with you instead then. But could you about the genocide heist? Could you let me say it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look it in here, but you can't take it with you. Would it really be written on the file like that? Would it be like case 023591 top secret instead, not case of secret? But Kuya handed me the file and I flicked through it with tense and nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Hanged up like that, yeah. But with scissors usually. The name of genocide victims ran on several pages. Ken Hada, 32. Chishiro Hiro, Honda, 17. Suyagaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komatasu... There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust, was left in the victim's own blood. Now, take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results. All of the crime took place either on weekdays, at night, or during holidays. Either day or night. Weekdays, at night. Time for killing to take place was on holiday in the afternoon. So someone that is busy during daytime. It could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Or anyone else that works during the day like a normal person. Yeah, but sure, student, say that. Evidence suggests that they suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests split personality. Potentially suffering from dissociative identity disorder.
So in other words...
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? Like the thing Toko had? But at the same time, I feel like I'm led around by him. Like, not... We are led around by him, but he's like... Look here, look here, look here. This is why she is genocide Jack. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't, I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Case file has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Oh, wait by Kuya. Is it tricking me? I don't know. A part of me feel like he's tricking me and he's actually the murderer. Because he would also know about it, right? He would maybe know about her split personality and written it in himself, or maybe it's said there anyway. As usual, Bakura turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Maybe he know about the split personality in both genocide file and her, and therefore he made it her. Otherwise he could have shown up a different, probably murder file, where it like, see, it matches with that. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehension. Did you really think we could get it all time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forwards on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide, he's the one that killed Shishiro. She's. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene. The girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Yeah, so where should we start? I mean, we're here, so we probably go directly to the locker rooms. Right. I thought... Oh, the locker rooms are over here. Well, we're gonna go to them, either way.